Namaste. Welcome to a new episode of Drishyate Anena. I am Payal, teacher at Hatha Vidya Traditional School of Yoga. Today, we will take a glimpse on Bhakti Yoga. The Sanskrit word Bhakti comes from the root bhaj, which means to adore or to worship. Bhakti is a spiritual path that is often referred to as Bhakti Marga or Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga has been called the path of self-realization through love and devotion. This path requires a single-minded devotional approach to one's devata or deity in order to attain moksha or liberation. Bhakti Yoga, like any other form of yoga, is the path of having an experience of oneness with the divine. At heart, the ultimate expression of bhakti is surrender. Surrender to the divine as one's inner self. The path consists of concentrating one's mind, emotions, and senses on the divine. The bhakta, the one who practices bhakti, literally adores the divine through actions of devotion, surrender, worship, and service, all of which culminate into a mystical union with the Supreme Consciousness. Bhakti Yoga is known to have a universal application. It can be practiced by anyone as it does not require any great knowledge or total renunciation of the world and helps one focus the mind on the Supreme One. With continuous bhakti, the practitioner loses ahamkara, self-identity, and becomes one with the object of faith. This is the phase of self-realization. Bhakti Yoga is considered the most direct method to experience unity of mind, body, and spirit. While Hatha Yoga requires a strong and flexible body, Raja Yoga requires a disciplined and concentrated mind, Jnana Yoga requires a keen intellect. The only requirement for Bhakti Yoga is an open, loving heart. But Bhakti Yoga complements other parts of yoga as well. And it is said that jnana, knowledge or wisdom, will dawn by itself when you engage yourself in devotional practices of Bhakti Yoga. The benefits of Bhakti Yoga are immense. As Swami Shivananda writes, Bhakti softens the heart and removes jealousy, hatred, lust, anger, egoism, pride, and arrogance. It infuses divine ecstasy, bliss, peace, and knowledge. All cares, worries, anxieties, fears, mental torments, and turbilations entirely vanish. The devotee is freed from the samsaric wheels of births and deaths. He attains immortal abode of everlasting peace, bliss, and knowledge. The Narada Bhakti Sutras is a work which consists of connected aphorisms or sutras on bhakti and is composed in Sanskrit by Narada Muni. This text, written in sutra form, has also secured a distinguished position in sutra literature, a technique found exclusively in Sanskrit wherein the subject matter is expressed through the least possible words. Narada Bhakti Sutras is articulated only in 84 sutras and is undoubtedly a work par excellence. Love for the Supreme Lord, according to Narada, is known as Bhakti, Satvasmin Parama Prema Rupa, which resembles ambrosia, Amrita Swarupa Cha, for the devotee. Love for the Lord bestows supreme bliss that liberates the bhakta from all sorrows of life. Once the supreme ecstasy of bhakti is experienced, accumulated earthly pleasures fail to allure. The Bhagavata Purana teaches 9 primary forms of bhakti, which are: first, Shravana, listening to the ancient texts and scriptural stories; second, Kirtana, praising the Lord through devotional songs, usually referring to blissful group singing; third, Smarana, constantly remembering and fixing one's mind on the Supreme Lord; Pada Sevana, rendering service to the lotus feet of the Lord; 5, Archana, worshipping an image or with external objects like flowers, fruits, or lamp, or by intense emotion; 6, Vandana, paying tribute to an image or deity; 7, Dasya, being totally committed to the service of the Lord by cultivating an attitude to serve. 8. Sakhya, creating a relationship of friendship between the devotee and the Lord. 9. Atmanivedana, surrendering oneself completely to the Lord. There remains no sense of being or doership. These 9 principles of devotional service are described as helping the devotee remain constantly in touch with the divine. Some of the revered Bhakti yogis are Sant Kabir, Mirabai, and a more recent one, Srila Prabhupada. Bhakti Yoga is a beautiful practice to incorporate into one's journey towards a spiritual development. It creates purity within the aspirant, helping one to move forward on the path of reuniting with the ultimate reality. For more such informative videos, stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Namaste.